morning, Honors Algebra. Mr. Lawrence here with your lesson. Remember, there was no video last night, so hopefully you didn't search for one. There will be a video over the weekend. It is a long weekend if you didn't realize that. Just to make sure you're playing the right thing, this should be the lesson for Thursday morning, February 16th. It's going to be pretty basic. We're going to talk about a couple different types of problems, kind of an extension of FOIL that truly doesn't have an acronym, and then an application of FOIL. All right, first let me say that hopefully the president or vice president has already brought up the homework for you to write down, and then you've already checked your homework. Okay, if you've done that, then please continue the video. If you haven't done those two things, then go ahead and pause this video and have the president bring that up for us. All right, remember, Tyler, if James doesn't watch the videos, too bad for him. All right, let's see here. So we've been talking about FOIL, and hopefully you're looking at the patterns and getting faster at FOIL. Hopefully, because you're honors algebra, when you have a situation like this, you can start to do this in your head. Right off the bat, I know I'm going to get 15x squared. Right off the bat, I know it's going to end in -2. Okay, here I've got 5x, there I have -6x, that's minus x. Boom, I'm done. Go for speed on these things, guys. As sharp as you are, you should be able to do it. Now look, if you have to write out first, outer, inner, last, that's fine. It'll get you the right answer, but trust yourselves. Do your multiplication. Get good at it. All right, so I'll tell you what, I'll give you a quick one here. How about 4x plus 5? And we'll do 2x minus 3. All right, go ahead and pause the video and see how you can do on that one. All right, if you've unpaused the video, you should have come up with 8x squared. And then I'm going to get a -15 at the end of my trinomial. I'm going to get a 10 and a -12, so I'll get a -2x there, and I'm done. All right, let's look at an application one. Let's say I have this rectangle here. Okay, and to be a rectangle, I need to tell you that there's a right angle there. And I'm going to tell you that this side is x plus 4 centimeters long. And this side here is going to be, let's make it 3x plus 12 centimeters. All right, there we go. I want to know both the area and the perimeter of the shape. Now, there's no excuse for you guys getting these things mixed up. Perimeter is the distance around the shape, distance around a polygon. You should know that the perimeter is all 4 sides added up. You just take a walk around the rectangle in this case. So if I add up all my x's, I'm going to get 8 x's. Some of you are going, how the heck did you get 8? Because I walked all 4 sides, not just the 2 that were labeled. All right, if I add up the constants, it looks like I'm going to get 16, and then 16 more, which would be 32, and then centimeters. Yes, the label is important. Why is it just centimeters? Because all I was doing was counting how many centimeters I had walked. I'd walked 3x plus 12 centimeters. Now I've walked a total of 4x plus 16 centimeters. Another 3x plus 12 and another x plus 4 centimeters brings me up to 8x plus 32 centimeters. All right, to do my area, the area. I don't know if you realize this, the area is going to be a FOIL problem. It's 3x plus 12 times the quantity of x plus 4. Well, I'm going to FOIL and get 3x squared. I'm going to get a 48 at the end. I've got a 12 and a 12. I'm going to get a 24x in the middle. And that's going to be centimeters squared. And that should be really easy for you because I multiplied that times that, right? No problem. But then I multiply centimeters times centimeters. Well, you should all know that x times x equals x squared, right? 5 times 5 doesn't equal 5. It equals 5 to the 2nd power. Therefore, centimeters times centimeters must equal centimeters squared. All right, areas always are squared. Okay? All right, just really quick, I want to mention that I use base times height for many of my area formulas. I can't say all. I don't like 7 different formulas. I know on the OAA they try to get you to do 7 different formulas, but I know if I need the area of a square, that's just base times height. The area of a rectangle is base times height. The area of a parallelogram, guess what? Base times height again. Area of a rhombus, which is just a tired square, base times height one more time. The area of a trapezoid has 2 bases, right? Well, they're different lengths, so I have to average the bases and then multiply by the height. Look, it's just base times height again. Area of a triangle, well, a triangle is half a rectangle or half a square or half a quadrilateral. So a triangle is base times height, and then I cut it in half, or you might see it this way, 1/2 the base times the height. I prefer this way, but both ways are good. Look at that, I've used base times height for 6 different shapes. 6 different shapes. Instead of memorizing 6 different formulas, I'm going to use one formula for 6 different shapes and just modify it if I need to. Really quick, I want to test you here because some of you are going to get this wrong. Let's see if you can find the area of this parallelogram. And I'm going to tell you that this side is 10x plus 4 centimeters. And I will make this side 2x plus 6 centimeters. Please find me the area of this parallelogram. Go ahead and pause it and see if you can do it. If you've unpaused the video at this point, I'm assuming that you want to know the area. Hopefully you realize that you can't find the area of this. Absolutely not. Why? Because you don't know the height. Some of you go, well, this side's the height. Absolutely not. Think about it this way. Let's say you are at the doctor. Okay? That's you. You have large feet because you're at that awkward age where you're growing and your body hasn't caught up to your feet yet. And the doctor is going to measure your height. Will the doctor put the tape measure on top of your head and then take it down at an angle like that? Of course not. He could make you 100 feet tall if he wanted to. Okay? What the doctor should do is he should measure you perpendicular to the floor. And that is very important. So your height would be the vertical distance. Height and base, they always make a right angle. Always. So this could be considered the height. Notice there's a right angle right there. Okay? You need that broken line segment to be able to tell what the height is and therefore what the area is. So let me give you that piece of information. Let's say that that is 2x plus 3. Now I can find the area of my parallelogram. I know for the parallelogram, I'm just going to take the base, 10x plus 4, and I'm going to multiply it by the height, 2x plus 3. Okay, I'll FOIL that and get 20x squared. Inside, I'm going to get 8. Outside, I'm going to get 13. 8 and 13 is 21x. And then the last are going to yield 12. And because it's area, it'll be centimeters squared. All right, let's try one more. Now, of course, you should be taking notes on this. I know that you are. Let's have a trapezoid. And let's label this side 6x minus 2. And we'll label this side 12x minus 4. And then we'll label this, we'll make it an isosceles trapezoid. And let me see, we'll make this 8x plus 1. Go ahead and find the area of this trapezoid for me, please. Pause the video. If you've unpaused the video at this point, I assume you want to see the answer. And hopefully I didn't fool you again, because you don't know the height of the trapezoid. You don't know the height. You need to know the measure of that before you can do this problem. All right, so now that you realize you need to know that, let me give you the height of the trapezoid. And let me see here. I am going to make it, let's go with 5x plus 2. Yeah, 5x plus 2. and we'll be in centimeters still. I didn't label it, those. Excuse me. All right. So the formula for the area of a trapezoid is to average the bases. Base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2, and then multiply by how tall the trapezoid is. So that would be the area of a trapezoid. Okay, well, my bases are 6x minus 2 plus 12x minus 4. That whole thing will be divided by 2. And then I will multiply by the height, which is what, 5x plus 2. Now I have to simplify the inside of this quantity first. Once I simplify that, then I'll be able to FOIL. So I'm going to simplify in here first. All right, I'm going to start off by combining like terms. And it looks like I'm going to get an 18, oops, I'm not in right mode, 18x, and then a negative 6, and that's all over 2. And then I'm going to multiply that by 5x plus 2. Now I'm not done simplifying inside that first quantity. I know that this 2 is dividing into the 18x, but it's also dividing into the 6. So I will go ahead and simplify to get 9x minus 3 times 5x plus 2. And now I'm ready to FOIL. I'll get 45x squared. I'll get a minus 6 at the end. I'm going to get a negative 15 and a positive 18. That'll give me a positive 3x. And that will be centimeters squared. And there we go. All right. If you need to, you may watch the video again. If not, go ahead and have the passers pass out the homework. The substitute should know where the homework is. And remember, there won't be a video tonight. There will be a video for the weekend. All right, Mr. Lawrence signing off. Good night, everybody.